Hi everyone, this is Eldad Amara of my channel Eyes Wide Shut, and on this channel I discuss things such as politics and current affairs. Also I have another side channel which is called Spiritual Echelons, where I talk more about things such as spirituality, religion, acupuncture, yoga and all of those kinds of things. Now I've got a video I want to show you in a minute. Listen, nothing in this world is as we think it is. Nothing in this world is as we think it is. Watch this video and I'll come back in a minute.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you 48 years of study. I'm going to give you a secret. Nothing in this world is what you think it is. Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Government does not work the way you think it does.
It's not about people voting for a president.
No, it has nothing to do with that. We're talking money. We're talking control, corporations, big business, period.
It's all big business and money.
Period.
Yeah.
End of sentence. Now, religion is a corporation. It's all the religions of the Western world, especially in the Western world, all religions operate under maritime admiralty law. So there are certain...
What do you mean maritime admiralty law?
Maritime admiralty is the law of water, and I've talked a lot about this in the past. I'm going to talk a lot about it in the future.
Okay.
There are only two things on the earth, on this earth, land and water.
Right.
So there are two kinds of law, the law of the land and the law of water. The law of the land is the custom of the people who live on a particular piece of land. So the law of the land is different in every country.
Right.
I mean, you can do things in Russia you can't do in America.
Right.
You can do things in South Africa you can't do in China because it's the law of the land. That particular piece of land has their own custom. So the custom of the people living on a particular piece of land is called the law of the land.
Okay, got it.
But there is also a larger, far more important law on the earth. It's called the law of the sea, the law of the water. And when you get into, and then that law is referred to in courts as maritime admiralty. Maritime admiralty is the law of water. Once you understand the law of water, it opens up a world of occult hidden symbols and hidden foundations on how we live.
What are some of those laws that we're not aware of?
Oh my goodness! When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on a court. You play tennis on a court.
Right.
Yeah. How do you play tennis on a court? You play with a racket. Come on. And so the judge walks out. He rules from the bench. Right. Look it up in a Latin dictionary. The word bench is a bank in Latin.
Oh.
And so the judge is ruling for the bank. That's why he wears a black robe, because the black robe represents the planet Saturn, the god of banking and law.
Oh.
The black robe represents the planet Saturn, who in the ancient world was called Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Well, he is Lord of the Rings.
Like this ring.
And so women were told in the ancient world to listen to their god, so they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their god, so they wear a wedding ring. Because Saturn was Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And he is also the inhibitor. He was the one who holds you back. He represents government, banking, the police department, all kinds of institutions that are powerful that can hold you back. He was the inhibitor, the judge, the court.
Did you see that video? Man, wasn't that eye-opening? All the things that they were talking about in this video, man. There's a lot of things that's going on around us, and we absorb these things subconsciously, and we don't even know after time where these things are coming from. Let me tell you, there's an elite group of people on this planet, at least they think they're elite, and they've been running the program, they've been running the shows through the institutions for centuries and centuries, right? People don't realize just how much we're taking in subliminally, right? For our televisions, for our radios, through our social media channels and all the rest of it, and the law also, and the terminology. In actual fact, language is such a powerful tool. It is so powerful. Words are spells, and I've done quite a few videos on this. Words are spells. You see, the elite, they have their courts. This is a place where they like to play their games, where they are protected. This is where they are protected. They use a lot of jargon, they use a lot of terminologies, they use a lot of phrases in their laws. Not a common man would not understand. A common man or a common woman would not understand these words unless they were educated through law. Now, as I say again, the elite, they like to think that they govern us and they govern everything. And we, the people, are just commodities to them. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. To them, we are just commodities. Their courts is where they play their games. Their courts is where they are protected. Now, you've got the word court, and you also have the word court as in a basketball court, or a netball court, or a tennis court. These are places also where games are played. Now let me read out the different definitions of courts. Right. The first one, a body of people presided over by a judge or magistrate and acting as a tribunal in civil and criminal cases. Number two, the second definition, it can also be a quadrangle area, either opened or covered. A court which is open or covered. Okay, it's an area. So that's another form of court. And then you have court, a place for games like netball and tennis. So these are three different types of courts. Also, you have this word caught. Caught, as in catching something or grabbing something. Caught, past and past participle of catch. Grab something or someone. Okay? You grab someone and you hold on to them. Caught. Caught. You're going to court because you just got caught shoplifting. You're going to court because you just got caught speeding in your car. You're caught because you just been caught trying to rob or trying to rob someone. You have been caught and you're going to court because you just robbed someone. You're going to court because you haven't paid your bills. You see the words, how phonetically they sound the same? Court, yes, as a court of law, and court as a netball court, and the word court as in grabbing someone. The C-O-U-R-T, that's one form of court. And there's several different definitions of that. And then you have court, C-A-U-G-H-T. But what that's meant by grabbing someone, holding on to someone. Now, another thing with this elite group of people, you're seen as a commodity. You also are seen as a commodity by these people. Okay? Now, when you look at your birth certificate, you are seen as a commodity by this rich elite. What do I mean by that? You see a birth certificate, it's spelled in all capital letters. That shows that that's a business part of you. You are a commodity. And then anything that's spelled in lowercase letters, right? Letters that may be sent to you in lowercase letters, that's personal. That's the personal you. But these people have been using us through things such as our birth certificates and our driving license. They see us as commodities. They don't see us as human beings. Trust what I'm telling you. Trust what I'm telling you. And I'm trying to find my piece of paper. Okay? They see us as a commodity, something to be able to make money off of. And we're supposed to live in a so-called democratic society. And in this democracy, we have officials that we vote for, okay? To try to make them do certain things for us, to make us have better schools, to have better churches, to have better hospitals, You see, as people, we don't really have as much power as you think we do, because you know what? A lot of governments and the state is being governed by the hidden hand that you don't see. That's right, it's being governed by the hidden hand that you don't see. And conglomerates, also these massive companies, yeah, these massive insurance companies, banks, building societies, and all the rest of that, they have much more control over government than you do. Are mere puppets, because the ones that's really governing things are the big conglomerates, and also the hidden hand that you will never see. We are just commodities. We are supposed to be sovereign beings living here on this planet. We have our natural inalienable rights, but a lot of our rights are being taken away from us, and every day we have just a little less freedom. We're living under some form of surveillance 24/7. Just about every single thing that we do, we're being watched. If we're supposed to be living in a so-called democratic society, why are we feeling that now we're living more like a totalitarian society? The rich are protected in the courts. The courts are places where they play their games. You see, they made these institutions, the political arena, the court of law, science, medicine, religion. We are in their system, and we are governed by their laws. We follow their beliefs. We follow their narratives. And if you don't believe me, take 2020 as an example. How much freedom did you have during 2020? Who was the ones pushing the narratives? Join me for part 2 of this video, where I'll be going in to things in a little bit more detail. Thank you. This is Eldad, Amara, over and out.